A strong argumentative essay includes evidence to support the thesis. In Lesson 4, we will learn how to build evidence into our essay. Specifically, we will review anecdotal, logical, and empirical evidence. In our previous lesson, we learned how to create a thesis for your argumentative paper. To review, your thesis includes your claim plus your 2 strongest reasons. The thesis statement summarizes your position on the topic of the paper. It tells the reader what the paper is all about. Your thesis statement helps provide organization for your paper, as all the body paragraphs should relate back to your thesis statement. The thesis statement is usually built into your introductory paragraph. So now we're going to talk about evidence. Evidence persuades your reader that your claim or position is worth considering. The evidence you build into your paper will support the idea you presented in your thesis. Your evidence should be located in the body paragraphs of your essay. In this video, we're going to talk about 3 types of evidence: anecdotal evidence, logical evidence, and empirical evidence. As we look at how to build evidence into our paper, we're going to use this as our thesis example to work with. Exercise is an important part of a healthy lifestyle because it lowers cholesterol and builds a person's muscle mass. The first part of that sentence, exercise is an important part of a healthy lifestyle, is our claim or our position. And the second part of the sentence, because it lowers cholesterol and builds a person's muscle mass, are the 2 strong reasons. Together, the claim plus the 2 strong reasons make up our thesis for the paper. So now the rest of the paper must show how exercise accomplishes this by using convincing evidence and explaining our thinking. 3 of the types of evidence you can use includes anecdotal evidence, logical evidence, and empirical evidence. Let's look at a definition and an example for each one. Anecdotal evidence are short, interesting accounts or stories that support the reason. Often, these anecdotes involve the writer or someone that the writer knows firsthand. Thinking about our example thesis, exercise is an important part of a healthy lifestyle because it lowers cholesterol and builds a person's muscle mass. One anecdote or piece of anecdotal evidence we might want to use could read something like this. 2 years ago, my Uncle Mike had a heart attack. The doctor said it was partly due to high cholesterol. Once my uncle recovered, the doctor explained that regular exercise was critical to ensuring he did not suffer another heart attack. Uncle Mike has been healthy ever since he started jogging 3 times a week, and his cholesterol is in a normal range. This short, personal story supports the part of our thesis that says exercise is an important part of a healthy lifestyle because it lowers cholesterol. This anecdote is used to help prove our point to our reader. Logical evidence is designed to engage our reader in sound reasoning. We want to get them thinking from a common sense standpoint, and sometimes we present them with hard facts. In our example, it could look like this. Building muscle mass makes a person stronger. Strong muscles help you get through the day with less risk of injury. Also, building muscle mass means a person can burn calories more efficiently, which helps in weight loss or maintaining a healthy weight. It makes sense for a person to try and maintain a healthy weight. By making logical, common sense statements that the reader should agree with, the writer is supporting the point that exercise is an important part of a healthy lifestyle because it builds a person's muscle mass. Empirical evidence refers to information or data that's been gathered from either experience or measurable observations. An example might read like this. Health officials tracked 50 students over the course of 10 years. They found that students who exercised more than 3 times a week in high school were healthier adults. These adults had better muscle mass to body fat ratio than students who reported exercising less than once each week. This evidence supports our claim and our reason that building a person's muscle mass is important to a healthy lifestyle by providing data. Remember, any examples or evidence that you use must relate back to your thesis. When your thesis sentence includes two strong reasons, each reason will get its own paragraph in the body of the essay. You will restate the reason, you will give evidence to support that reason, and then you'll conclude your paragraph with a sentence that ties that reason and evidence back to your thesis. In total, you will have 4 paragraphs to your essay. If you can only come up with one strong reason to support your thesis, that's okay. You should still try to come up with 2 different kinds of evidence to support that reason. That will make your persuasive essay strong. Give each kind of evidence its own body paragraph. You'll still end up with 4 total paragraphs for your essay. It's important to recognize that on college papers or other upper-level English classes, you will always want to have 3 or more strong reasons to support your thesis. The reason we are limiting you to 1 or 2 reasons and only 4 body paragraphs is that on the EOC argumentative essay, you don't have the writing space to really develop your idea beyond 2 good reasons or giving 2 types of evidence for a reason, because you must fit your complete essay in the space provided. Each of your body paragraphs should begin with the transition from the paragraph before it. It should explain to the reader which of your reasons you are going to give evidence for, then provide that evidence that proves your reason is strong, and then at the end of that paragraph, you're going to write a sentence to show how that evidence or how that example supports your thesis, making your argument stronger. One of the most common criticisms of student argumentative essays is that the evidence given in the body paragraphs does not clearly connect to the thesis. The last sentence of each of your body paragraphs must clearly show the reader how that evidence or how that example supports your thesis sentence. Let's practice. Read the body paragraph on the following page. It's one of the paragraphs that could appear in an essay with the thesis, "Exercise is an important part of a healthy lifestyle because it lowers cholesterol and builds a person's muscle mass." Read the paragraph and then write a sentence to end the paragraph that will tie that evidence back to the thesis statement. Pause this video and read the paragraph. Then write a sentence to end the paragraph that will tie the example given to the thesis statement. Compare the sentence you wrote to this sentence. Uncle Mike's experience shows that exercise is a critical part of building a healthy lifestyle for those with high cholesterol. The sentence that you wrote should show why that anecdotal evidence is a good example to support our thesis. Let's try another one. This is a second body paragraph that could appear in the same essay. Read this logical evidence and then write a sentence to end the paragraph that will tie it back to the thesis statement. Compare your sentence to this one. The benefits gained from having more muscle mass prove that without exercise, a healthy lifestyle is extremely difficult. Again, we're completing our paragraph by writing a sentence that shows why the information in that paragraph needs to support our thesis. So here are the things to remember. Your claim plus your 2 strong reasons equals your thesis. Your body paragraphs support your reasons by providing evidence and explaining how that evidence ties back to the thesis. Remember, the kinds of evidence we're using are either anecdotal, logical, or empirical. Provide a body paragraph for each reason. If you only have one great reason, try and provide 2 different kinds of evidence that support the reason, each in its own paragraph. And don't forget to explain to your reader why that evidence supports your thesis. You're now ready to move to the practice activity for building anecdotal, logical, and empirical evidence into your writing.